Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Tyler Thompson.
You're listening to the Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way.
Hey, Tyler.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're
Doing
good.
good,
How are
doing
you doing?
Good.
Awesome.
Excited
Well,
to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of
yeah, no
course.
problem. Well, let's get this show started. Tell us a little bit about you and where you're located.
Sure. So I am the principal owner of the Realty One Group office in Indiana, Pennsylvania. Most people have no idea that there is a town called Indiana in Pennsylvania, but small college town. So not the state of, but we're here and rocking and rolling.
I like it. So how'd you get into real estate? Like, how'd that happen?
So same way everybody else gets into real estate, by accident. So I actually grew up in a construction-backed family, pushing a broom, making $3 an hour. Got to start somewhere, and then took the knowledge and the skill set side because I am not handy whatsoever. So went into more of the sales-related direction. So selling home products, basement waterproofing, gutter guards, Empire flooring, DirecTV, ADT home security. Kind of running the gamut, and eventually got my real estate license, and was just kind of dabbling on the side, family and friends, and was managing a college housing property here locally. And one day they got bought out, said, "Hey, you can't do both anymore. It's us or them." And I said, "Well, I hate this anyhow, so here we go."
That's funny.
When you first joined in real estate, were you on a team or were you solo?
So I was solo. So 2014, and teams really didn't exist in our local market here at that point. So I had no choice but to start as an individual, and I started working kind of multiple part-time jobs, kind of figuring it out, and then eventually was able to transfer into more the full-time direction, and then started to build a team myself. And then eventually we stepped out and opened our Realty One Group office. Myself and my business partner, Lisa, opened in February. So
Nice. That's awesome. So how many people you guys got on your team, or is it you two, or what you got?
So I have 11 people on my team currently, and 27 agents in our office that we just opened this year. So
That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah. Besides your business partner, who was your first hire?
So my first hire, actually, weirdly enough, was my mom.
Oh, okay.
So my mom came on board 3-4 years ago now to actually do the paperwork side of my business from a standpoint of transactional coordinator. And so she came over. She was ready to retire from the only thing worse than student housing. She was in low income housing. And she came over, wanted to retire from that world, and started here. And I think she works more now than she did then. So, so much for retiring.
Yeah.
Retirement, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What is the best piece of advice that you got when you first started out in real estate?
Sure. So the biggest game changer for me from a success standpoint was I was at a real estate conference a number of years ago, and they said that, hey, if you wake up an hour earlier every single day, you're going to gain 17 days a year. And I was like, holy cow, right? And so at that point, I was waking up at 7, and I switched that back to 6. And then I'm like, well, heck, I could use another 17 days. So now I wake up at 5 a.m. 7 days a week. And that's, the transformation, because then you're 4 hours into your workday before anybody else even hits the grind. So it just makes a huge difference.
That's funny so that you mentioned that. We just got off the phone with someone else who mentioned this as well, and we just had this conversation. Same one,
That's
about
awesome.
Waking up earlier. Yeah. You get so much done.
You really do. You really do. I mean, that's that time to, the paperwork end of the business, as well as, the marketing end of the business, get everything scheduled out and ready to go before the world starts attacking you.
Yeah. Yep. That goes back to kind of time blocking. We've talked about that in past podcasts as well. Time blocking is huge for a lot of different people, and that's a great way to do it. Even if you're just getting started in that, wake up the hour earlier before your phone starts going off.
Yep, no doubt.
What is the worst property or showing that you've been to?
Oh boy, I could.
Which one stands out?
We have some interesting properties where we're at in terms of that, but I think some of the ones that stand out. There was a property. It's actually only a few months ago now. That was probably the worst one I've ever seen. It was to the point where the roof was leaking so long that there was like literal grass growing in every room in the house. It was like an outside garden inside this house. And it was
Hey, indoor and outdoor living is huge these days.
It is. I take that to a whole different level. The bad thing was it was a duplex on the one side. You're like, okay, like somebody could live here. And the other side, not so much.
No. See, that works for the indoor outdoor living. You live in one side, you knock the wall down, and then you're outside.
Yeah. Just didn't know they're all under one roof.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
awesome. What is one of the best pieces of advice you got when you started out that kind of helped you along the way?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, advice wise, a couple things, the wake up earlier thing that we kind of mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
And, really, the advice that I give a lot of people starting out is really just answer your phone and show up. Like, that's just huge in this industry of, be willing when somebody says, hey, jump, how high.
That's so true.
That's what I did starting, and that's what I do to this very day. Even though I'm in an ownership role, still, if somebody wants to see a property, this evening at 6:30, like I'm going to be there.
Yep.
So I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people don't do is they want to necessarily schedule things out or whatever, and it's just like, hey, you guys take it while it comes.
Yeah, so true. What are some of the goals you and your team got for the rest of this year into the next year?
Yeah, so as far as goals from an individual standpoint, my team will close around 275 transactions this year. As an office, we'll close closer to 500 transactions as a new office. So we're kind of ahead on this year. Our plan next year is we're staging out satellite offices in our local market. So we are opening in the Johnstown area, which is open and operating. We're opening in the Katanning area market. And then to our north, Punxsutawney. Everybody knows Punxsy Phil. So we're also opening in the Punxsutawney market as well during the next year. So it's really staging out those satellite offices, adding great agents to our roster, and just helping people buy and sell real estate.
Nice. Do you guys have a goal in place of how many agents do you want to add?
I really would like to see our company grow to around 50 agents. We're at 27 right now. The reason only 50 is we are very selective because we're really trying to create a certain culture here. And the fortunate part of our model is it does pay better than every other model. So you get a lot of commission chasers. So we're trying to be very selective in who we hire because we are trying to create a certain culture and get a good foundation here. Which will set us up for that future success. And really, yeah, it's great to make money, but I like to have fun doing it too. So if the people that are here aren't people that also want to just have fun doing it, it's just not going to be a good fit for us ultimately.
Yeah. What's one thing that you're looking for specifically in a new agent? I know good personality if they like to have fun. What's one other thing that you would look for in somebody?
Yeah, so I mean, personality is certainly, the start of it all. Is I want, just good quality people, and then just somebody who's going to do exactly that, is answer the phone and show up.
Yes.
That's something that we strive for in all of our agents, and we really push, because the last thing you want to do is, have that agent who's not going to do that, and then that kind of bleeds down through the reputation of.
Right.
That all of our agents are like that, and that's definitely not the case. So, we just want people who want to have fun, want to have that vibrant spirit, but also want to come to work every day.
Awesome. If you could start over today, what's one thing that you would change?
One thing that I would change, I think I would come to Realty One Group from the start. We've been, very happy with our transition as a team. So I think, that's one of the things that I would change in real estate. And I would also wake up at 5 a.m. a whole lot sooner than I did because I missed a lot of days.
Yeah.
So true.
Perfect. How can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so my direct number is 724-525-7732. That is my cell. So call, text, whatever's easier for whoever wants to reach out. My wife will tell you I'm not kidding when I say I work 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. 7 days a week. So don't be afraid to reach out. My email is just my first name, last name, Tyler Thompson, ROG for Realty One Group @gmail.com. So nice and easy there as well. So that's how everybody can reach out.
Are you on social media as well?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So it is the Tyler Thompson Group on Facebook. So super easy to find there. Facebook is our primary platform. So Tyler Thompson Group Real Estate Team, and then also Realty One Group Landmark. Those would be our pages for social media purposes.
Awesome. I like it. Hey, thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
Are these working?
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. I think they're working. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. What do we got to point at it? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like
it might be there.
Might be right there too.
Somewhere.
Find
it. It's red.
Yeah. And it's blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah, I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review if they're listening on Apple. That'd be cool.
5 stars, review. Guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take 4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
I don't think this is working.
This is not working.